Hi, I'm Scott.
And I'm Michele, and we are the owners of the Main Street Mouse.
And this is the Main Street Mouse Weekly Podcast, show number 170 for December 2nd, 2024.
For your safety, remain seated with the doors closed, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside while the tram is moving. And supervise your children.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion.
'Cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness!
Soar into tower. We are ready for takeoff.
Dead men tell no tale.
I know not who you are, nor how I came to find you. But may I just say,
Come on, everybody. Here we go.
And here we are. We're not just going, we're here now.
Like, what are we doing?
We flew in with Peter Pan. We flew in. Hello, everybody out there.
Hi.
Hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving week.
Yeah, I hope you did. I'm wondering if anyone out there is just tired of eating like I am.
No.
No?
No. There's many, many people like me who just want to keep eating because this is the time of year when you can eat and there's no judgment.
Okay, that's a fair point. I think I've eaten so many sweets and things that I'm just kind of like tapped out.
See, it's my philosophy that gives Planet Fitness 2 weeks of nonstop commercials, starting at the last week of December and running through the second week of January.
And a lot of people have abandoned their fitness routine by February.
They have.
I know.
Because Planet Fitness puts all those commercials out. They sponsored all that stuff in New York with Ryan Seacrest and all that stuff. You see the hats. You see the noisemakers.
Right, New Year's Eve.
You see all that stuff. That is the smartest marketing ploy there is because people are like, oh, yeah, I should probably go on a diet now that I've eaten nothing nonstop for a month.
Well, yeah. And, everybody buys into this new year, new me crap, and it usually fizzles. I know, and people have the best of intentions. I know I do. It's hard to commit, I guess. But back to Thanksgiving.
Yes, let's go back.
Yeah, we had a lot of food.
But if you didn't have the food, then that is
I know it's what it's all about.
I know.
Around.
Thankful. It's about being thankful for what you have.
Of course.
Well, when you have a bountiful plate of food, you're thankful for that food.
So, yeah.
The turkey, the stuffing, the mashed taters.
Oh, my God, I'm so full. Stop. I still feel full from Thursday.
Do you?
A little bit. Yeah, I don't know. You know how I haven't, the past couple of days, I'm just, what?
I know
why?
Those cookies.
Yeah. So, the peanut butter cookies with the Hershey Kiss in them are like my weakness, my downfall.
Your kryptonite.
Oh, my gosh. Yes. And, we're on pan number 2. And, so, yeah, I didn't really eat a lot of food. I've just been eating cookies, and I really need to stop doing that.
Well, you can only eat as many as I've made so far.
Okay, yeah. So when I beg you to make more, don't do
say
it.
No, you get no more. That's it. That's all there is. I'm not doing any more. So we did have your mom and dad came to town.
Yes. So we had my parents in town for Thanksgiving. We didn't do a ton.
No, it was a really short trip for them.
It was a very short trip this time. But we did take them to Disney Springs on Friday.
Yes. Black Friday of all days to go shopping area, the shopping district.
Yeah. And of course it was crazy, but it was kind of nice to see they had certain specials for Black Friday.
Yes.
Like the gold Loungefly backpack was usually $100. It was $50.
Right. I think they had the park one also.
Yeah, the park one too. There was a few that were marked down. They had the weighted Dumbo, which I would love.
Yes.
Down to $19.99 or something like that.
Was the Jack Skellington one weighted also, or was that just?
No, that's one of those pillow pet things.
Oh, okay.
Like it's flat. We bought one from our nephew a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so there were some specials. Lots of people. Very hard to walk in the stores.
Yes. And walk through the stores. If you get like walking road rage, it probably wasn't the day to go. No, it was not.
And then it started raining.
Yes, it did. Out of nowhere, it just started sprinkling because it was supposed to rain like 2 hours before it actually started.
Yeah, Florida weather, I don't know. They're never right. And we got there and we're like, oh, well, it's not supposed to rain, or the rain should be over or whatever. And it wasn't.
No.
But yeah, so it was really crowded, and it was hard to find a spot to get out from the rain because everything was busy.
Yeah, it was. It was crazy down there, but it was still a fun time to go down there and hang out for a little bit. I went and got a donut or two from Everglazed.
Yeah, so he's been wanting Everglazed donuts for forever now.
They're my weakness.
Yeah, those are your weakness. It seems like every time you try to go, it's either closing time or they don't have anything left.
Yeah, that was the time before this. They didn't have anything that I wanted left. They had the donuts I didn't really care about. Fruity Pebbles. I love Fruity Pebbles, but the Fruity Pebbles donut always tastes like it's stale. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but the air always gets to the Fruity Pebbles and makes it not taste like it's fresh. So that's why I don't settle for that one. So I always go with the Peanut Butter Explosion, which is the Reese Peanut Butter Cup one.
Uh-huh.
And this time I bought the Take 6.
Oh, I
also,
forgot you got Take 6.
which is the play on the Take 6 candy bar with the pretzels and the chocolate. And
How was it?
I only had one bite of that one so far. It's still in the. I still have to eat the rest of it. From the one bite, it was good.
But the peanut butter one is gone.
Peanut butter one is
Long gone.
it's long gone. It was that one didn't last very long. So that is my favorite one.
Oh, see, and I don't give in to temptation for that because to me, Everglazed is good, but they're like it's a 5-pound donut and it's so heavy. Not just heavy in weight, heavy in how it makes me feel afterwards. Just
It's
really
not necessarily the donut is heavy. It's all the stuff that goes on top of the donut that's heavy.
I know.
All the chocolate and all the.
They're weighted.
They are weighted. The donut itself by itself doesn't weigh hardly anything at all.
Nah.
It's all the stuff they put on top of that donut or inside that donut that makes it bad.
And you got a coffee from there. It was supposed to be something peppermint that didn't taste like peppermint.
Yeah, it was a peppermint mocha cold brew. And the only thing I can say is it was a cold brew.
Yeah, no, it's almost like they forgot to put the flavor in there because I love coffee and I love flavored everything, and it was just flat coffee.
Yeah, I didn't taste peppermint or mocha anywhere.
No, it was just regular old coffee with whipped cream on top.
Yeah, that's about all it was. I mean, I still drank it because I don't like hot coffee, as you know.
I know.
But I don't know why. I was standing in line and I saw it on the menu. I was like, oh, I'm intrigued. I must try. And I tried, and I was disappointed.
Well, you got to try things to find out if you like them or not. So.
I think they just they were very busy, so I think maybe just in the hustle and bustle.
Somebody forgot.
Somebody just forgot to put the flavoring in there, which it happens.
It happens. So you drank it anyway.
I drank it anyway. I was happy. It woke me up, so I was good to go. Also, so that was our Thanksgiving holiday, but I guess I'll do this in order. So then we had Festival of the Holidays, our media day on Saturday.
We did. So Festival of the Holidays kicked off actually on Friday,
Right.
but we had family in town, so we chose I think for media days they gave us Friday, Saturday, or Sunday that
Correct.
we could choose. So we chose to do our media thing on Saturday.
Mhm.
And we spent the good majority of the day at Epcot.
We really did, and it was cold, but not, or I should say it was cool, but not cold when we started out.
No, but by the end of the evening, it really got chilly outside. And last night was even colder.
Yeah, we were both, so Festival of Holidays, we both have problems now with the cold weather. It makes us really tired and hurts.
We're so old.
It
I
just
swear.
hurts.
Everything hurts.
So as we were walking to the car, I was like, get me out of here.
Oh
I
my
just wanna
God,
get
I want a
warm."
blanket.
I still had shorts on.
All right, and I know for everybody else in the country and even in other countries, we know it's not snow. We know everybody else is getting snow right now, which I actually miss the snow, by the way.
Not what they're getting in some places, though.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so sidebar. There was a guy in the news, and he's standing out to pretty much his butt cheeks in snow. And he was trying to walk. And he was, you know how like you picture, or when you're a kid, when you pretend to be a giant and you're like crushing the city.
Yeah.
That's how he looked, but trying to like climb over snow. I thought he was going to fall. But so, yeah, that's a lot of snow.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I miss snow.
Wow.
I'm on a big sidebar right now. So also,
Huge sidebar.
huge. And another thing, because of course I associate snow with going back home to Michigan.
Right, because we don't get it here.
No. And I was scrolling. You know how like random things pop up, reels, whatever.
Oh yeah.
You don't even look for 'em.
Yeah.
So a reel popped up from Eminem's daughter.
Oh.
And she was showing their Thanksgiving at some building downtown Detroit where it was all set up, and there was like a view of like the city and Campus Martius, which is where they have the ice skating and the big tree for those that don't know, and how Winter Wonderland-y the whole thing looked. And I was like, oh, see, that's what I miss. And Detroit is not what it used to be. It's so much better, and it's really a cool place to hang out. But just to see the whole atmosphere and to see, I don't know, I miss that. Now, I'm sure, like, you know, if I were stuck up there in, like, January, I probably wouldn't
Be
miss
like,
it.
I'm not missing this at all. Get me out of here.
No, I mean, it's always weird. Like you always want what you don't got. Like as far as you know, like I wanted to be out of the snow so bad. Now that I'm out of the snow, I miss the snow. It's weird.
Yeah, you miss what you used to complain about.
Yeah.
Just in general, as people, we do that. We get away from something, but then we look back and like, oh, I miss it. But I think it's just because you get so used to it. That's why you miss it. And being from the Midwest up north, we associate Christmas with snow.
Well, sure.
It's just that way. But if people like in Florida, they don't associate. Like
and that's
Sean,
why we get soap snow.
That's why we get like Sean has lived here pretty much his entire life, and he doesn't ever even think about snow and Christmas like that. Like
No.
we do.
No.
And people like California, Nevada, Arizona, all that.
Some of those areas
do
get snow.
But like my dad lived in Vegas, and I remember it snowed like one time when I was out there at Christmas time, and as it was hitting the ground, it was melting. It didn't even.
Well, it's not doing that up north right now.
No, it's not up north at all. Like
Ask the guy with the snow up to his butt cheeks.
I can't believe you said that word twice now in this podcast.
Oh my gosh, we're all adults here.
Are we? There could be children listening, and now they're going to hear. They're going to be like, Michele said butt cheeks.
Yeah. Oh my God, I could have said something worse because I usually do. Anyway,
you save that for your Thursday podcast.
I'll save that for Thursday. We get real over there.
That's it.
Anyway, though, so go back to the Festival of the Holidays. Yes, it was chilly out. I was kind of excited to pull out a sweatshirt or a sweater. And we have said many a time that we love Epcot's Festival of the Holidays.
The best festival, the shortest, but yet the best.
Yeah. So overall, I thought the festival was nice, as it always is. I felt like there was less food booths this year.
I did too. It seems like, and I don't know if that's because we're just coming off Food and Wine where we have the absolute most food booths.
It seems like there was a lot of blank space, like right up front. But you still had a list. Say, I didn't have a food list this time because again, I'm just tired of food.
Right.
But we did get the turkey, sweet potato, poutine fries.
Yes.
Right?
And the only complaint I had is they weren't warm.
It wasn't warm. Like the cheese wasn't melty at all. It was cold.
Yeah, and the turkey and the gravy that they put on top of it was not as hot as, and the fries actually kind of got a little, or the sweet potato fries kind of got a little cold. But I think it's just because I was watching the guy make it, and he was making like 6 orders at one time. So somebody's orders are going to get cold.
So you could have been that guy and went up like, can you microwave this? This is supposed to be fries and turkey and gravy should be warm, not cold.
Yeah, I mean it was still good. I'm not going to say it wasn't good. It's if you're going to the Festival of the Holidays, even if you don't like sweet potato fries, I highly suggest you just give it a try.
And it's at the refreshment port or whatever it's called.
Yes,
right
the
there.
one right there before
the
you
ice
hit
cream
Canada.
place.
Yes, just past Swirls before you get into Canada, where they have the Yukon booth is what it's called there for Canada.
Yeah.
So that's the one. And then I didn't get to try my pastrami sandwich because I was so full from the turkey poutine that I didn't eat my pastrami, so we have to go back now.
Yeah, so not
today.
now. We're going to go back with the boys so you can get your pastrami.
And my black and white cookie.
And your black and white cookie. I did not personally have anything on my list because I'm just fooded out.
I don't think you ate anything, actually. I think you had a drink, but I think that was about all you had.
I had a couple bites of those cold fries. But again, they were cold and I was cold.
Right.
So it just didn't really go together. But I did get the famous hot chocolate martini in France, which I looked at a picture from the festival from 2019 that we went, and I had a picture of that same drink.
Oh, did you?
So some of these things are, year after year tradition.
Right. They become the popular item, so they bring them back.
Yeah, and you know what? It tasted like a kind of like a pudding pop or some sort of chocolate popsicle.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't taste the alcohol in it, but it was really good, and they give you a stripy straw. That's really cute. So I had that. Like I said, a couple bites of fries. You got that Snickerdoodle cookie.
Yeah, it was
I had one little bite of that.
Yeah, so it wasn't a Snickerdoodle cookie; it was a Snickers candy bar cookie.
Yeah.
Basically. I ate some of it, but it just, I don't know, there was something about it. It just didn't taste that great to me. So I ended up only eating a few bites and threw the rest of it away.
Yeah, I had a little bite of that.
But there's other cookies I plan to try.
Yeah, so I don't know what was wrong with us. I don't know if it's because it was right after us eating a bunch of crap for Thanksgiving and then going to the festival. But usually we try more food. And
especially this one.
Yeah, I know. And usually I'll get the little turkey dinner in the America Pavilion, but I don't want any more turkey dinner right now.
And then where they have the where I get the pastrami, they also have the potato.
The potato latkes.
Like a potato pancake similar to that.
Yeah, those, and I always get one of those too. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Yeah, so
what's wrong with us?
I don't know. We gotta go back. Well, you know what? Put the show on pause. We're gonna go. We'll come back.
We're gonna go eat and come back. But no, it just gives us reason to go back.
Yeah, and the reason I get bummed because this is the shortest festival. It's only about a month. It's about 4.5 weeks long is what they do. And we're going to be back in Michigan for a week of that. So it's like we lose a week there. We're going to be on the Treasure next week, so we're going to lose time there. So it's like we got to get to the festival while we can before it. I know railroad problems, people, I know. Got to go on the Treasure. Got to go to...
No, it's just we have to keep up with our media events because this time next week we will be on the new ship, the Disney Treasure.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that. Actually, that's a good segue. So are we done with the festival of holidays?
I was going to talk about merchandise a little bit.
Okay, go. Well, I was going to also mention the Candlelight Processional started that night. Josh Gad was the first narrator.
Yes.
You could say.
So Josh Gad was first. We did not stay for that because it got chilly.
Yes.
At night it gets cold.
It was going to be in the 30s one of the nights this week, which for
it was
Florida,
41,
that is cold.
41 this morning was supposedly what it was.
If we were further south, you would have iguanas falling out of trees.
I know iguanas would be falling.
The iguanas are falling.
But yeah, we didn't stay for that. Is it okay to mention merchandise or is that?
Yeah, no.
Okay. He's got the itinerary. I don't. I can't see it.
I just put Festival of the Holidays, so it includes everything under that bubble.
Okay, so merchandise. There isn't a ton.
Mm-mm.
They had it was like cookie Tupperware to put your holiday cookies in.
Yes.
Which was really cute, but it was like $30 for a piece of Tupperware, which was kind of a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice little bucket, but it's not going to hold that many. I mean, you could probably hold the 5 or 6 cookies you get from the stroll to put in there.
I would say it's a novelty thing. Like if you're here on vacation and you want to do the cookie stroll and have the box to put the cookies in.
Yeah,
I can see that. But as a local,
Yeah.
The
cookie jar was cute a couple years ago. They did what you have.
I do. They had little cookie jars were really cute. They had, of course, a mug, Spirit jersey, which was really cute. It's got Epcot, Spaceship Earth kind of on it. And they have a matching purse. And then they had the I'm going to try not to be, negative. They have a Figment sweater. That is all the rage online, apparently. Now, this is the sweater, like a Christmas sweater, that apparently little Figment is wearing.
Yeah, and it's like I guess it's like a half zip type pullover.
Yeah,
is that what it is?
Apparently people are excited about that. I personally would not buy that sweater.
You wouldn't buy it just because they put Figment in it, though. Before that, you might have bought it.
No, because it's kind of an ugly sweater.
But isn't it supposed to be an ugly Christmas sweater?
I think so, yes. But when people are like, oh my gosh, it's Figment, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not buying it. Sorry.
Wow.
I don't like Figment. I'm sorry. I never have, and everybody who listens to this program already knows this. So they're probably like, "Oh, here she goes with Figment." But they did have a really cute pass holder, red like little pullover hoodie type of shirt that I wish I would have bought.
And I told you were going to regret it when you did.
I know, I didn't buy it. I didn't buy anything, actually. And then we got Starbucks on the way out. So we did more, like, drinking than eating.
We did, actually.
Yeah. But there's a lot, of course, there's a lot to choose from. There's the cookie stroll. There's what?
Oh, don't forget the greatest experience ever.
What was that?
That happened in Communicore Hall. The 8-foot gingerbread version of Spaceship Earth that has a countdown by it, and we didn't know what the show, because we avoided all videos and such to see what there's a show that goes on every 10 minutes, I believe it is.
It's every 10 minutes.
Citizens Watches sponsors it, so there's a clock counting down. And I thought it was going to be this grand thing with music and lights and all this stuff, and it really kind of, it was a little bit of instrumental music and the lights on the
thing go flashy.
They change colors, but that was all it for 3 minutes. It's actually on our YouTube channel if you want to see what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good, but it's just, I think because it's at Communicore Hall, that instantly makes you go, gosh, that's another bummer in that hall.
Well, yeah, and so here's the thing. The gingerbread Spaceship Earth itself is really cool. But they have it kind of in the middle of Communicore Hall, which, like people say, looks like a cafeteria.
It does.
And I think a lot of people were hoping, because that gingerbread was going to be in there, that they were going to really do it up in there.
Decorate it really good.
And the consensus was disappointing, because we avoided spoilers, but I saw on X a lot of Disney people kind of ripping on Communicore Hall because it was still bare.
It really was, and they had trees at the beginning of the building. They had
Way
trees
the
at
heck
the
out
other
of the way,
side.
though. Yeah.
But we were talking to one of our friends who we ran into in there, and he agreed also they should have done the trees similar how did they do at the Springs. They could have done trees maybe for each country in there. Like had a tree that was decorated for something in there just to make it more festive. Or decorate all the trees like the different countries, and then go see what that tree, the things for each tree. That would have been at least something to pull people in there. And then they were selling the shingles, as they call them, the gingerbread
Which
shingles.
I heard. No, I don't like gingerbread.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard that it was not good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They just said it was like a $10 shingle that they bought or something like that, and it was not very good. But this is just chatter that I'm reading online. I did not have it myself.
No, so go try it, have your own opinion. If you like gingerbread, you might like it.
And you might think the bareness of Communicore Hall is a great thing.
And like you said, it was cool to see the 8-foot tall Spaceship Earth.
It was.
Gingerbread. That was really cool the way they did it. And I was looking at it, and you can see where they put the lights in it, and the lights change colors, kind of like how the real Spaceship Earth has the colors, lights and stuff throughout it now. Communicore Hall just needs something more, and I don't know what that is.
It still looked too bare. You know what would have been a great idea is, because you thought that the whole Communicore Hall was going to change lighting.
Yes.
Or they could have piped that music through all of Communicore Hall and had different Christmas lights or something going on.
Right.
Even change the colors of the lighting. They can do that.
Yep. And for music, instead of just playing instrumental, they could have grabbed music from the Candlelight Processional, where you have the big choir singing and the music is so powerful.
See,
they could have done something like that.
I didn't recognize the tune that the thing was playing. Did you?
I didn't either. I could probably go back and listen to it, maybe try to figure it out. But it's like, I don't know. It's just when you think Christmas and you think that stuff, you want a song that's going to really put you into the mood and the spirit, and it didn't. And
I know music well, or I can name that tune in 2 notes, and I sat there like, what is this? My guess it was an original Disney song or something, but unless it's something that I just don't know. But it was a little lackluster. They could do more.
Oh yeah, they definitely need to do more. There's just so much they do at the other parks, and they could have just. It just feels like Epcot.
Communicore Hall could have really been jazzed, but it was not. But the festival overall is still one of our favorites. I just really had a good day walking around and looking at the decorations and in the stores and the different food booths, and it's just I really like it.
And I'll say on Saturday, because it's opening weekend, I thought it was going to be slammed. Saturday was not as bad as I thought it would have been.
I expected worse, yeah.
I expected worse. When we pulled in the parking lot and we were first row of the second set of lots, that's not bad at all. We got there at, 11:30?
Around, yeah. And so we had it okay on Saturday, but again, online chatter is the parks are slammed this week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I bet they are.
Somebody said Magic Kingdom was really bad today.
Oh, really? So
Mhm.
this week's going to be bad still. Well, I did want to mention, though, about the Candlelight Processional, the narrators. I'm kind of bummed because we're going to be on the Treasure through the 12th. When we get off. That's the last night of Brendan Fraser.
Oh.
And usually I'm so tired after being on the cruise because we were running around doing the cruise stuff that when we get back, it's like the last thing I'm thinking about is going to the parks. But I almost kind of want to go see Brendan Fraser. That's his last night.
Well, we'll have to end up standing in the back because his line is going to be ridiculous.
It'd be huge. And actually, he starts a night of 4 in a row. So it's Brendan Fraser, then Ralph Macchio, which is new this year, the Karate Kid.
Right.
Then Gary Sinise.
Gary Sinise is back.
Yeah, which that one is just phenomenal. Gary, because he the energy and everything that comes into that. And then Neil Patrick Harris.
So they have a good lineup coming.
They do. So the 11th through the 18th is those 4 gentlemen, and that place will be packed all 4 nights.
Okay.
Or all performances.
All the
of those,
performances
yes.
by them, yes.
Yes. So I'm hoping we get to see a couple of them. I would like to go see Gary Sinise again. We got to see him a couple years ago at Media. We got to pick a night to go and sit Media section.
Yes, and that was great.
It was great. And we were sat right behind the people from his organization because if you know anything about Gary Sinise, he brings down all these families when he comes down
Military
here.
families,
military families, and brings them with him and usually fills 1 or 2 planes.
Yeah,
filled with
so
families. So it'll be great, but get out to the Candlelight Processional. If you've never seen it, there's a lot of great narrators this year. Go check it out. You will enjoy it. I don't know anybody who doesn't leave there feing touched walking out of there.
Oh, my gosh, it's emotional.
It is. It is. The
So
music is phenomenal, and it's a great time. So make sure you get out there. So that it for the festival?
I think
of
so.
anything. We missed the Spaceship Earth. We saw it as we were driving away, changed to peppermint.
Yeah. we got out of there. We were cold. We're like, we're out. Bye.
And we look back, it's like, oh, look, it looks all pepperminty now.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing I was going to mention was, as we've said, we're going to be on the Treasure starting next Monday,
Yeah,
which
so
is why we won't have a podcast next
we
Monday.
will not have a podcast next Monday because we will be on the ship. And we are going to try to, I don't know if we'll have enough signal for a live feed, but just watch our socials because I'm going to put up a bunch of content from the new ship. We had a Zoom call today with Disney Media about what to expect and what we're going to see on the ship, and it's going to be really a lot to cover, but it's going to be a good thing to check out. I can't wait to see the Haunted Mansion parlor. That's my most favorite thing I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, me too. I think that's going to be phenomenal. I'm actually excited about it after the call today, after hearing them talk about the stuff, because I guess I went into it with because the Wish was not ready. When Media sailed on the Wish, it was not ready for us to be sailing
No,
on
it
it
sounds like
yet.
this one's ready.
Sounds like this one's live. We're going to see the Moana show. They did
Yes.
tell us that. We're going to see that, I think, the second night, they said.
Second night.
We're going to see the Marvel dinner, but we're going to see it with Groot. And not
Yeah, the brand new Marvel's dining that has Groot.
Right.
What else? Oh, the Jungle Cruise Lounge. They have a 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea lounge,
yes.
which I didn't realize.
Then we're going to have the Coco dinner.
Coco dinner.
And then the other one is 1923, like they have on the Wish. That same type of restaurant. Yeah, I'm kind of excited. So this is normally a 7-day sailing. So we're only seeing like the stuff that's not on the Wish, basically. So that's why we're not seeing the second Marvel, because the second Marvel night I think is the same as the Marvel night.
Yeah, we only have 3 nights on the ship. We get on Monday morning and we're done Thursday, and we will be they're having us stay at the Contemporary on Sunday.
Right. So yeah, so stay close to your social medias on Sunday because they're giving us park pass to go in. We can park hop. So maybe we'll head over to Epcot for a little bit. We could always take the monorail over there and check out Epcot for a little bit.
We could be tourists for the night.
We could be tourists for the night, or we'll just end up staying there and resting and eating.
I know. Who knows, right? I know. I thought about going to Magic Kingdom until they close it for the party, and then coming back to the resort and just chilling.
That might not be a bad idea.
We'll see. We'll see how cold it is.
That's what's going to determine. But regardless of what's going on, I would hope that we'll go out to the balcony about 10 o'clock when they do the fireworks.
Christmas fireworks.
Yeah, maybe we'll be able to live stream that.
Oh, yeah, maybe. So, yeah, watch our socials, Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube. I even have TikTok when I remember to post it. So, yeah, just kind of keep an eye on all that.
Yeah, and I'm excited. So we will be coming to you guys from the Treasure next week, so stay tuned.
Ooh, thank you, Disney.
Last thing I want to mention before we get into the news, yesterday was a milestone in the Main Street Mouse.
I was.
So if you follow our social media, Michelle put out a post yesterday that yesterday was the Main Street Mouse 12th birthday of the relaunch.
Yes.
Site. That site is actually 14 years old, but we had taken it down for a while because we were just so busy with our lives, with our daytime jobs as well as everything else. So the site had come down, and we brought it back on December 1st, 2012.
Yeah, so Main Street Mouse is 14 years old, but we relaunched again on the 12th, and we never pulled it down again.
No, and that's when we relaunched as an actual blog, not just an informational site. We actually became a blog.
Yes, we did a complete overhaul. And, yeah, it was really nice to see so many people with beautiful comments about the stuff that we've done, and how they still appreciate it, and how we're still their trusted blog source because we don't put out garbage. And the community that we built. I mean, truthfully, like reading so many comments yesterday really touched my heart, because every once in a while I feel like what's going on with the Main Street Mouse or whatever else, like, is there something that can be done better?
Right.
I'm really hard on myself with socials and everything else. Like, I could do a better job. I could do this. I could do that. And then to see that feedback, it kind of gives you that little pat on the back that you're doing something right, Yeah,
because we took the approach of, and I know we say it's a fan site a lot of time, but it's really not. It's a community. It's a fan community of everything under the Disney umbrella. And maybe that's how we need to keep mentioning it instead of saying fan site. We're a fan community, and that's what we've become. And there's so many people in there who every day they post, every day they say good morning to each other. Every morning, it's they just feel like this is their online family, you could speak.
And another thing that makes me super happy is to see the friendships that have bloomed because of the Main Street Mouse. So people have met people at meetups, in the Facebook group, wherever, and these people have become like real friends, like, you know what I mean? Not just like, hey, how's it going today? But like actual friends that people cherish. And I'm really proud of that. And I think it's great that people are so happy with what we've done. But truthfully, I'm happy with all of you for supporting us, and seeing the friendships and seeing the support and seeing the kindness is amazing. And, there's a lot of vitriol online and people are mean to each other. But Main Street Mouse, for the vast majority of the 14 years, everybody has been kind to each other, because it's something I push.
Right.
Like, if you're going to be nasty, you're out.
Yeah.
Even on our main pages, like if you're going to drop F-bombs or say certain things, you're out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might be a control freak, but I ran a type ship on purpose because I don't want to be like just everything else.
Right. And we never wanted it to be like just a news page or anything like that. We always wanted it to be a place where people could come and talk and share the information, share with each other their experiences with Disney, share what they love, share what they're not happy about. Just a place where people can talk and not worry about people judging and saying stuff back to them about how they feel about things.
Right. And I think we've accomplished most of that, but there's a lot more that I'd like to accomplish. But
We'll talk about that
a
later.
huge thank you to all of you who've been with us, like the 14 years or the 12 years or even new people. We appreciate you all, so thank you.
We really do. And like I commented on your post last night that when we got into this, we had no clue what we were doing.
Nope.
None at all. We had no idea what it was like to run a website
Nope.
like that. We're not selling a product. We're just selling
We're just talking
information. We're just talking to each other. We're actually not selling anything. And we had no idea neither one of us had a career path to do that.
Nope.
Actually, I don't even think they offered that when we went to school and such, that you could have an online, because the internet was still in its...
No, we completely winged all this.
We really did. And we learned quickly what worked and what didn't work and how
and we're still learning.
We still learn every day. But Michelle's been the steering wheel behind that for many years.
Thank you.
And she's had her foot on the gas, and sometimes I've pulled it off a little bit to slow us down so we can make sure we get stuff done the right way.
I'm full speed ahead.
She really is. But she's really pushed. She's put her full entire heart into the Main Street Mouse. And there's been many times over the years I've said, back off a little bit, just slow down. I said, you're putting all this effort into this. But I know why she does it, and it's her passion. And it's not just a business. It's not just a way we make income for our family and eat and such like that. It's truly just a passion project of yours, to bring people together to talk about something that you loved growing up and you loved as your adult life, and to have other people who are just like you in that. And we've met some of the greatest people on the face of this planet because of the Main Street Mouse.
We have.
We've lost some, which hurts.
We have.
But we've made also lifelong friends of some of these people.
Yeah.
So it's got its good, it's got its bad with losing people. But like Corey's probably my best friend on the face of this planet, and I would have never met him if not for the Mainstream Mouse. So
Are you getting choked up?
a little bit.
Oh, don't start, because then I'm going to cry.
I'm sorry.
Is it because of Fran?
Fran's one of the hard ones. And then Chuck Mann.
Yeah.
And there's so many other ones, Father.
Father Michael.
Father Michael was another.
We had a
supporter.
priest that followed us.
And he used your book in his sermon.
One of his sermons, he used an excerpt from Moving to Main Street, USA. Apparently, I wrote something inspirational in there, and he used it.
Yeah.
Which is, amazing. And I thanked him for them. I was so glad I got to meet him before he passed.
Yes.
Because he passed very young. But yeah, we have come to really care about these people, and you're right. When you lose somebody, it feels like losing family.
It is. And then you got people like Chuck and Karen and Claire, Ronnie, Lucretia and Corey, as I mentioned. But there's so many other ones that are right now I just can't wrap my mind around. I mean, Jeremy, Rhonda, Greg, Holly. I mean, all these people have come into our lives because of what we've done with the Mainstream Mouse, and we would have never met any one of them without it.
No, so it's been a blessing, and we are so grateful.
We are, and I apologize for any names I forgot right now because this.
It's okay. He's he's having a moment.
This was not a direction I planned on going with this, but I just felt moved to say something about it. So I apologize if I missed your name, but you're not any less important. I just right now can't.
He's got a situation happening.
Got a situation here. Got to pull it in.
And thank you for what you said about me and how I run
welcome.
things, because I put my heart into the Mainstream Mouse, and I try so hard. And when we cover events, I put I'm going to cry. I put my all into it.
Now you're going to have a moment.
I'm going to have a moment.
So I got to save
it. Because it's so important for me, for my followers or people that are following my socials to experience things with me.
Right.
And it's so much more than just, a news site, because we're not. It's so much more than just a blog. It's not that. You all have become our family, and we work really hard to do right by you all. So thank you.
Yeah,
thank you so much
for your support all these years. Because honestly, if it wasn't for the support, we would have dropped doing it a long time ago.
Because it hasn't been easy.
Because trust us, it is not a big money maker at all for us.
Nor is it a very nice community and behind the scenes. It's hard.
It's very tough at times. But together we've pushed through and gotten to where we're at today. And
we're going to keep doing it.
We're going to keep doing it until somebody offers us a lot of money, then they can have it.
Then we will sell out.
But we'll start another one right afterwards. So anyway, just joking about that. But yes, so congratulations on the birthday of the Mainstream Mouse.
Thank you.
You deserve all the praise for that, because you really the one that pushed it. I fought you for years to not bring it back. Just because I knew how much work it was and how I didn't see any of the plus side when we're still in Michigan.
Yeah, I know.
We relaunched while we were still in Michigan, then we moved here in 2014. So there was a year and a half still there of time where we didn't know what was going to happen. But
so aren't you glad your wife pestered you to where you caved?
You pestered me. Yeah, and I caved.
Bugged you until you gave me my way, and then the rest is history.
The rest is history. I'm the Roy to her Walt. She's the Walt Disney which just throws the dreams out there, and I'm like, how am I going to make this work?
How are we going to make this work?
But actually now I come up with a lot of the ideas of what we're going to do maybe in the future, and you're just like, do you think it's going to work? I'm like, we're going to try it. And
we're going to give it a try.
That's one thing the Mainstream Mouse has always done, though, is we're not afraid to try something new. Where a lot of the sites we've heard so many times over the year, when we do something, and then we hear somebody say, I was going to do that. Like, but you didn't.
I thought about that.
I thought about it. And we've done it. We've tried so many different things, and some have worked great, and some I don't think we've given up on any of them because we just physically couldn't do it or it wasn't working. It was because it just took so much time that we don't have.
Right.
It's just the two of us, really, that run the most. 99% of everything is me and you.
Right.
And between that and Lost Princess Apparel and our normal lives and our household and the boys and everything else, it's a lot. So thank you for your support. Thank you for hearing about us for the last 14 years and for sharing us with your friends and family and everybody you can. And please keep doing that. Please keep spreading the word.
Please keep spreading the word, because that's how we grew in the first place. And we owe you a debt of gratitude, and thank you.
Definitely. So you want to run down the news real quick?
Are we going to quit with the sappy stuff now?
Yeah, we got to quit with the sappy stuff. Now we're going to get mad. No, I'm just joking about that.
Back to business.
No, I just have a few news items I just want to mention that have come out over the last week.
Okay.
You may have missed them because of the holidays, and we just want to make sure you guys saw them. So one of the first things that came out last week, actually came out on Monday after we did our show last week, the D23 has changed the whole D23 Gold membership platform and everything, and now there's two different, well, there's still the free version always, but then there's a $99 version, and I think it was a $2.99 version.
Yeah, there was one that was expensive.
And with the $2.99 one, you get like a Spirit jersey and you get all this other stuff added to it now. The $99 one is still kind of the same, where we get the magazine, you get the little gift every year. But then the big one is you get a lot of stuff. They're going to have lots of different experiences in 2025. They're planning. Michael and the team over there are really stepping up D23 to make it
I want
even
a Spirit
bigger.
jersey.
You have 52 of them. Upstairs, I'm sure.
I'm kidding. Sorry. But I'm like, ooh, merchandise.
But if you're a D23 member, are you thinking about upgrading to this new package? Because you do get a lot more stuff.
I mean, $250 or whatever sounds like a lot, but they send you a bunch of merch too.
They do. I mean, a Spirit jersey alone is $100 now. Some of them are $80, but the majority of them are now hitting $99. So there's $100 right there. You paid $100 for the normal membership anyway, and you're still getting like pins, and you get other stuff that becomes collectible type items. So for that cost, is it worth it? And I think a lot of D23 members, they like that exclusivity of being a part of D23. I really think
it's
they
a
like
club.
It is. It's a club. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to upgrade it to that or not yet. I'm still trying to decide, but yeah. I'm curious what other people are thinking about that. The next thing on my list here was that Disneyland. So when we were at Disneyland for D23 this year, actually, the queue line was all closed for the Haunted Mansion.
It was, and you had to have a virtual queue to go use it, to go on the ride.
Which stunk because it was during the overlay.
Yeah.
I mentioned overlay, which we absolutely love, and we were only able to do it the one time each day we were there. But they have expanded the grounds all around the Haunted Mansion. I think they redid the cemetery area, if I'm not mistaken.
That whole side is redone where you used to, the queue went to the side of the mansion. That whole area has been redone.
And it looks very nice, and you can see there is an article in the show notes. You'll be able to click on the link and go see pictures of everything that they've added and they've done to it. It looks great. Now I'm excited to get back out there so we can see it. And there's even new artwork inside the mansion.
Right, and they're putting in a store. I don't know if the store is open yet.
Oh, I didn't get down to that part yet. But yep, Madame Leota's Somewhere Beyond to open this winter.
Ooh.
So it hasn't opened yet. The concept art of the store looks a lot bigger than Memento Mori.
Oh, yeah?
Here. They do have a little bit of a Haunted Mansion store. So when you get off Pirates, there's a store right off the Pirates in Disneyland, and it's kind of half mansion, half Pirates.
And I love that little store, by the way.
Great little store. It really is. But the mansion, it deserves its own store.
It does. But you know what? I love that little store. I hope that they keep fun things in there.
Yeah, so we'll hopefully next time when we go out there, we'll get you guys some coverage if you don't get out there to see it. But I'm kind of excited about anything Haunted Mansion. It's always exciting to see what's coming up. Earlier, we mentioned about the gingerbread that you could purchase near the Spaceship Earth in Communicore Hall. But we did put out a blog here with a Disney gingerbread recipe. Now, I've heard people for years say they love Disney's gingerbread. They can't wait for the Floridians gingerbread house to go up so they can go buy gingerbread. They buy it at the Contemporary. Actually, any place where there's a gingerbread display, they usually sell.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? I like the smell of gingerbread. I just
great.
don't like the taste of it.
And that's what Communicore Hall didn't have. You didn't smell gingerbread when you walked into that room.
It didn't really smell like gingerbread, but they had, which is weird because they were selling the gingerbread cookies in there.
Which tells me they're not baking it there.
Maybe not. But, the thing is that there's the doors that automatically open on each side, so it was kind of airy in there.
Yeah, it could be taking the smell right out of there. Even
I don't know.
But so the recipe is on our website, and there's a link in the show notes. In case you haven't heard, Moana 2 opened up this past weekend and is everywhere. It's across the parks and merchandise and such. Even Lorcana announced that there's a special Moana 2 card that you can get, depending on where you go see the film. You can get this Lorcana 2 special card with the movie.
Mm-hmm.
What's the reviews coming in on Moana 2 on the X?
How'd you know what I was going to say?
Because I know you.
Okay, well, the whole scuttlebutt and hullabaloo over on the internets say that Moana 2 could have gone straight to Disney+.
Oh.
They said it was cute.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been a show. It could have been a Disney Plus movie, but a lot of people are saying it was not a theatrical production.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now, mind you, this isn't just one person who I've heard it from. It's the consensus.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, so I'm kind of glad I didn't go see it.
Well, next week we can see it because it'll be on the Treasure.
Yeah, it's going to be on the Treasure. They told us that this morning. So yeah, people are saying that it was good, but it could have been a Disney Plus movie. So do with that what you will.
Okay, and that's I think ever since COVID, we've now put a degree on all movies.
Yeah, like if it's not that great, it should go to streaming. If it's like outstanding, it shouldn't.
It's kind of like when the movies went straight to DVD.
Right.
And they never hit the movie.
Yes. Good point.
This is one that a lot of people are starting to say that about. And I'm sure there's people out there who absolutely loved it because they love Moana. They love the story. They love the characters. I know at D23 they made a huge thing about Moana 2 coming. That's how they actually opened up the show the one night was The Rock came out there. And
so the press.
The actress of Moana herself was there.
So you know what? This reminded me of last year with Wish, how they put all the merchandise and the whole PR machine was rolling way before the film actually came out.
Right.
And with Wish, it didn't pan out because nobody cares. It's kind of forgotten about, even though Disney still tries to throw it in there.
They have the character in Epcot in the meet and greets.
Yeah, and the tree at Disney Springs. But with Moana, being that it was already a successful film the first go around, they probably felt it would be safe to, put out Moana 2 merchandise, and of course it'll sell. Of course the movie broke like box office records, but just because people went to see it doesn't mean
it was good.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of.
And people need to also remember right now Wicked is in theaters and just came out the week before, I think.
Oh yeah.
So that's big competition. So for Disney to put a movie against Wicked in a movie that Wicked was expected to destroy box office, and it's done really, really well.
It's been out for longer than Moana 2, though.
Yeah. But for Disney to put that out there, knowing that movie was already out there, is kind of and there's something to be said about live action versus animated movies.
Right.
That the live action should do better than the animated.
And it did really well considering considering that Wicked is in the theaters. But I guess it's a personal preference as to what you would think. I do sound snarky, but I'm not trying to because I haven't seen it.
Right. It could be a great film.
Some people just said it was good, not great.
And I can say that. So there's Marvel shows that have hit Disney Plus that didn't hit theaters that I thought maybe would have done well in theaters, and then there's some that were perfect for Disney Plus. Like as much as I love Captain America, Falcon and the Winter Soldier was perfect for Disney Plus. Loki, I think, has been perfect for Disney Plus. So I do see some shows should just go to the streaming. And
you know what though? So here's sidebar. Let's get into this for a second.
Okay.
So before COVID, and we've spoke about this for years, that going to the movies was a night out for families.
It was.
It was a date night.
Yep.
It was some place to go with the kids on a Friday or
affordable.
Saturday. It was affordable. Oh, yeah, it was affordable. People went and got their popcorn and went to see a matinee with the kids.
Yep.
We did it all the time.
All the time because you could do $5 matinees.
Yep.
And then there was always the kids packs for like the popcorn and the drink.
Yes, and we always got the boys the kids packs. And it was a whole thing.
It was.
But then after COVID, people got complacent with leaving the house as much, and they stopped putting so many movies into theaters.
Right.
So on the flip side of the whole thing is, yes, it could have gone to Disney Plus. I appreciate the effort, at least, that they're trying to get people back to the theaters.
Yes.
There's a lot, the theater industry took a big hit because, and that's why their prices have gone up too. I wish that, you know me, I hate change.
Right.
I wish that people would or if the world would start going back to quote unquote normal, because I feel like the past 4 years have just been like the Matrix. What is going on?
And I agree with you 100%. However, the studios need to start putting out better quality.
Oh, for sure.
Because that will get people back into the theaters. But when you have so many movies in a row that, okay, this one does well, but then the next three kind of...
That's true. There hasn't been any huge ones that everybody needs to see. And usually Thanksgiving and Christmas time are the big time. 4th of July weekend is usually really good for movies, too.
Yeah. Like Christmas time, Star Wars has been at the box office for many years now
Mhm.
with the big, because when they did episodes 7, 8, and 9, they were all released in December, and they did really well for the box office because that was Christmas. Marvel usually has the summertime. They destroyed the Marvel box office.
or Memorial Day
Or
weekend.
Memorial Day weekend or something like that, and it's like you haven't had that big. Yeah, the new Captain America movies come out in February, and I think it'll be good. But they're releasing it on Valentine's Day, which I think is kind of a miss because it's like, how many women are going to want their husbands to take them to the movies on Valentine's Day to see Captain America?
Well, I don't know, but so
There's no love story.
Did you hear though that they had to change the ending or something again, that this movie is bombing with test audiences?
Captain America?
Yes.
Yes.
They're saying they can't get it right. They've gone back and reworked it a handful of times, and they still aren't happy with it because people aren't responding to it well.
Right.
So who knows? It might not even come out
It
when
might
it's
get pushed
supposed
back
to.
because of that.
But yeah, I at least, but you know what though? Because here's the thing. So the past few Marvel movies have not been good, or they did not do well. People were disappointed.
Right.
So I think it's a good thing that they're testing this movie so much to make sure that it is better.
It can't fail. Marvel needs to get back on track badly. And if this one, like Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, I thought was a fantastic movie. And you had to see that in the theaters because of the effects and all that stuff. Looked better on the big screen. And there's been a couple other ones that have been good. Guardians 3 was good on the big screen. But Marvel really needs to pull something back. Deadpool and Wolverine did phenomenal at the box office.
Yeah.
And great movie, hilarious, not for children at all.
Definitely not. No.
But it did phenomenal. But they got to get back to their core. And their core was the Avengers, of those characters. I think Fantastic Four is going to do really good. But if the movie bombs, it could really hurt Marvel in the long run.
Well, they were on a high for a while there. I mean,
some movies that was only like about 3 that failed.
Yeah. So I guess a lot of things need to get fixed in the movie business. But you know, I try to be an optimist about things, and I'm hoping that, you know, maybe things can go back on the right track. I don't know, but
I think for movies, the big one that's going to bring Star Wars back is when Mandalorian and Grogu hit the big screen.
Yeah.
Because everybody loves Grogu. Everybody loves the baby. And people are going to buy tickets to see Grogu for an hour and a half to 2. Well, probably
I will buy it just for the baby.
Yes. And so whoever's got the special popcorn bucket, whatever theater does that,
Give me
whichever
the
theater does
baby.
the special drink packages, whatever theater does the giveaways with the ticket prices, they are going to sell like crazy because it's a Star Wars movie back in theaters on the big screen, but it's a series that people already love. And I think that's going to take it up a notch.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, I'm trying to be optimistic. Captain America being my favorite. I don't think a lot of people are going to get it, though, because this Captain America doesn't have the power Steve Rogers had. Steve Rogers had the super serum in him. That doesn't exist in this. So, and he's not going to have the power and the strength and the speed and all that stuff that Steve Rogers had that made him a superhero.
Well, they're going to have to rework some things before they put it out.
Yeah, we're going to see what Sam can do. I still think it's going to be good. I'm excited to see Harrison Ford in the movie.
Yeah,
just because I love Harrison Ford. And every movie he's ever done, he's been such a part of my life with Star Wars my entire life as Han Solo and then Indiana Jones. I can't wait to see this.
I think people will go see it.
I think so, too. I think it's still going to do really well at the box office, mostly because Harrison Ford's in it, if anything.
Yeah.
So, next up, where am I here? We're talking about Moana and that. Okay. Candlelight Processional, as we already mentioned, did return this weekend. So if you click on the link in our blog, you can see what other narrators are coming up. So hopefully you can hit that up. A big blog Michele shared the other day, and it did really well. In case you missed it, the history of the Osborne family of spectacle dancing lights.
Yes.
Which I miss Osborne. We only got to see it with
2 years.
2 years once we moved here. It is no picture, no video can do that justice.
No, and you know, we have video of it on our YouTube channel that I should probably grab and share on our socials just where people can have. They like that nostalgia. But you're right. Photos and videos do not take the place of standing in the middle of all those lights with, you know, tons of lights around you, the music playing, the fake snow. It was an experience.
It was. I just remember the first time we saw it, we were standing in Streets of America. We were kind of dead center. We could see where Santa Goofy was going to come out to flip the switch.
Yeah.
And we were standing there waiting. And once it lit up, I was like, oh my gosh, it does not even do any video, picture, or anything I'd seen to that point in my life justice because it's just absolutely amazing.
No, and a lot of people were sad when it was over and are still sad. Now, 2015 was it's last year, and here we are in 2024, and people are still heartbroken about it. So, and that's when you know that they had something good.
Yes.
That when people every Christmas are still talking about it. I mean, maybe a week ago, I put out a video of the Dreamlights on Cinderella Castle, which we had spoke about, and how people are still all shook up about that because they want those back.
Right.
And the Osborne Lights are going to be something that's infamy.
Yeah, it'll
never be forgotten.
It'll never be forgotten. People will never stop talking about it because I don't think they could ever put up anything that'll compare.
No, it was beautiful, and I'm just glad that we got to experience it.
Me too. And I understand fully why Disney had to do what they did. They had to. It took up a lot of space that 10 months out of the year didn't really get the traffic in the parks.
I liked it back there,
space.
And I don't even know why. I
was
just
kind
like
of
to walk
cool.
back there.
The Streets of America were just really cool to walk down and see the different things and such. It was great. I miss it. I'm sure a lot of people who've been there, they probably feel the same way.
But if you're curious as to where the Osborne Lights started from and all that stuff, there is an article on our blog.
In the show notes, you can click on the link and you can go right to the blog and read that and learn more about the Osborne family spectacle of dancing lights if you want to learn more about it. The last thing that came out today that we just put out a little while ago about the reimagined test track is coming in 2025.
Yes, it is.
Did you read anything? I honestly can't lie. I have not read the article yet, so I don't know what it really even said.
They're just kind of they were giving a little preview of, preview but not.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just like saying that it's, this coming and, there's going to be some fancy upgrades and whatever else. Like they didn't get super specific.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they're just, I think it's kind of like reminding people that, hey, this is coming and it's going to be great. And, because you don't hear people talking about it so much, especially with the other, upgrades and changes and whatever else that have been going on. I think people kind of forgot to talk about Test Track.
Well, and I think a lot of people took that because last year they kept saying Epcot is done. Epcot is done. So, no, it's not. Because now we're doing Test Track. So that's the only major thing going on at Epcot. All the other parks are doing all the other major changes are going through the other parks. So those are stealing all the press, and Test Track is kind of being forgotten about.
Yeah. So it was kind of like a little reminder.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
It will be because I'm curious to see what they're going to do to it. Because as many people know, Radiator Springs out in Disney or California Adventure is what Test Track was originally supposed to be something like, and we've never gotten. Radiator Springs blows Test Track out of the park.
Out of everything.
Yeah, Radiator Springs is just absolutely amazing, phenomenal attraction ride. And if you love Test Track, you are gonna absolutely love Radiator Springs if you haven't got a chance to go see it yet.
Yeah.
And the other thing I have that's outside of Disney was that SeaWorld's Christmas celebration is going on, and a blog's went out with 10 of the biggest reasons to visit their Christmas event is phenomenal.
It is good. We've talked about it many a times, and it is good. So check out that article and learn more about it.
And it's not a separate ticketed event. It's included in normal park admission. So, and SeaWorld is very affordable for any group to go, or anybody who's coming here for vacation. It's really an affordable theme park option.
It is.
And their Christmas show, by far, is probably my favorite show done on any of the parks.
Yeah, they do a great job.
Yep. So make sure you check that out. Okay, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of goes back to we were talking about the birthday of the Main Street Mouse and all that earlier.
Rebirthday.
The rebirth of birthdays. And also, I just want to mention this. So this might be the last, or second to last, or the last podcast for 2024 because we have the cruise next week. We're going to be in Michigan the last week of the month. And the third week, I was talking maybe do a live podcast or a live video show for the last one of the year.
Yeah,
like
we may do that.
show.
You'll have to stay tuned because we will post about it whatever we come
So that would be roughly 2 weeks from tonight if we do it. As long as nothing else is going on that night, that would be the last one of the year. Maybe do our year-end recap and stuff. Video. But we'll see. But we'll talk about that and just follow the social medias to see that. But anyway, so on the podcast, I wanted to ask you, what are your hopes and wants and plans and ideas for Main Street Mouse as well as Lost Princess Apparel for 2025?
Oh.
It's a lot to think about, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot to think about, but I can give you some general answers.
Okay.
Some off the top of my head answers. Okay, so let's do the easier of the two first. Lost Princess Apparel. I'm hoping and praying that we get back on track there. And my ideal would be to get back to basics, how we started. Going back to what works, like more merchandise coming out, more giveaways, more.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that the economy has been hard on everyone, so that plays a factor. But I would love to see the train start moving fast again.
And I'm going to cut you off there for a minute because you mentioned about the economy and stuff. You know what? At Disney Springs this weekend, it did not look like there was any problem with the economy.
No, it did not.
And I saw a line of probably 30 people outside of Lululemon.
Oh, that was so annoying.
Which their leggings are like $125 a pair. And I have had people who wear them come up to me and tell me they like ours better. Ours are softer. Ours are more comfortable. Ours are sturdier. Ours last longer. Ours fit better. And that frustrates me so bad because I see all these people buying the $125 pair. And it's like, you could get 5 of ours.
Yeah.
Because we've never raised our prices on our leggings since we launched
No, we
them.
haven't.
And it's so frustrating when I see that. And granted, I never wanted to be selling women's clothing.
No.
That was never, I never thought I'd be doing the mainstream mouse, but I honestly never thought in a million years I'd be selling women's clothing. But when I see that and stuff like that, it like kind of gets me a little bit. It's like,
a little bit, because we're affordable and we're a small business, and they're paying for the brand on it.
yes.
And they just came out with a Disney line, which isn't huge, but we're walking by the store and Scott's like, out of absolute principle of the matter, you will never shop there. And I actually went into their outlet before, and it's still stupid expensive. And I know it sounds bitter, sour grapes, but they're way too expensive.
Yeah, they are. And for all the people. So go back to your plans for 2025. Sorry, I had to say that because it was something that was on
We
my
don't support that. Actually, you know what? We are very down to earth, and we like to keep things for the average people to,
Right.
we don't need certain status.
Yeah, if you pay $125 for a pair of leggings, you're going to
You better wear them to bed.
You better wear them all the time.
Wear 'em all
You
the
will
time.
never take them off. You will sleep in them. You will walk in them. You will
No,
do
I won't.
everything.
I would never. Okay. So as far as the mainstream mouse goes, here's what hurts my brain.
Okay.
There is so much that I want to see happen, but then sometimes, and I know a lot of you would understand, sometimes when there's so much that has to happen, you feel stuck in the mud, like I don't know where to start.
Right, right.
I know I need my 4th book to come out.
Yeah, we're going to work on it this week.
I need it to.
Next week.
That is like number 1 on my list.
Mm-hmm.
As far as everything else, I'm hoping that we can somehow continue to give good content, but I really want more people to be able to see it. I want to get things that people will be interested to purposely check.
Mm-hmm.
Social media has killed businesses.
It has.
You don't get seen. I don't know. On my own personal Facebook, like I have like 1,300 friends, and I see maybe 4 on a regular basis. The rest is all stupid ads.
It's so many advertisements. Every time I go to Facebook, all I see is advertisements, and I instantly log off because I don't want to stare at advertisements.
No, it's terrible. So yeah, more content, maybe more videos,
Mm-hmm.
more FaceTime, I guess you could say. I want to really plug back in with our audience because it's important. And yeah, the podcasts are great. I think, okay, let me try to explain what I mean. I feel as though on the Daydream Believing podcast that I am very real and talk about everyday important things.
Right.
And
It's not a Disney podcast for anybody who's curious. It has nothing to do with Disney.
No, I
honestly.
mention it just 'cause if it's something that we do. But on a personal level, a lot of people appreciate that kind of honesty and chit-chat about things that everybody goes through.
Right.
And I'm very honest about it because I don't think that hiding people's struggles is a good thing.
Right.
If you talk about things, you're helping others.
Right.
So based along that line, but not. I want to plug back in with the Main Street Mouse audience like I've been able to do on my other podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you said, we started this as a community, and I want it to be a community. I'd like to see our Facebook group do better. I would like to do meetups again. all the things that worked before. I
Right.
just really feel like there's got to be a way. And now, mind you, I know times have changed. The parks have changed. People's opinions have changed, and it's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's a way that we could, get that community feel even more so, because I never wanted to be a news site. I really
No.
didn't. And
No.
yeah, I cover news. We cover events. I work hard to do that. But it was never my ultimate goal.
Right. And I think in the new year, we should be able to tackle a lot of those things that can start getting us to that path. I mean, I know these last 2 months of the year are always our busiest 2 months of the year. And then January to March is usually kind of a slow period for us to catch up and do new stuff.
So maybe we can come up with
maybe.
ways
Well, I think
after the holidays.
Yeah, I think meetups is a good one. I think bringing live on location back to the Springs. We've
Yeah.
talked to Matt Simon, who's the VP of the Springs, and he definitely wants us to bring it back down there. So that's definitely something we could talk about. Maybe talk about doing our live Facebook show again. Getting that back on there. We've even thrown out ideas, and these are all just ideas. Nothing's guaranteed, but we've talked about the magazine, bringing our magazine back, TMSM Monthly, as a thing, maybe a quarterly to do that. We've talked about other show ideas. We've got so many ideas. There's not enough time in the day to get it all done. Because like you just said, there's so many ideas. Which one do I tackle?
Yeah, where do
first?
you start?
Another thing we need to do, and we haven't done it, is moving to Main Street. We got the rights back to the book, but we're still not publishing it under us yet.
No.
And we need to get that fixed and get that going. How Many Sleeps Till Disney World? Well, Disney World, we need to get that book rebranded and put back out there because it got pulled down because we titled it wrong. It's just little things like that we really need to take the time and fix it.
We need a list.
We do need a list.
Like a checkoff sheet. Like,
It does, yeah.
And it's true. Like, if you make a list, you can kind of check off what's the easiest to get done first.
Right.
And then you go from there. But yeah, we should do that.
We should write a list and keep track of it all and put it on.
So, like
a
January
priority report.
1st, we write a list of what we want to see happen, and then we
Mhm.
check it. Remember, we did that a few years ago. I wrote down what I'd like to see happen in a year.
Yeah.
It's still in my notes, actually.
Yeah.
And some of it came true, some of it didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to have goals and you have to have ideas, and we have many ideas. But yeah, there's a lot that I would love to see happen. It's just a matter of making it happen.
Yep. And I think we're in a position right now where we should start working on all that to get it done. And stop dragging our feet. Because sometimes it does become just, I have all this other stuff going on, and I just don't want to do it. And a little bit of laziness gets put in there, too. That's like, I don't really want to work today.
I don't feel like creating something
feel
new.
like working today.
I don't want to
wanna
do
go
it.
test cameras and make sure certain stuff works. But we really need to. And I think in the new year, definitely in 2025, we need to take it up a notch. I want to see our group grow. I want to see our main page grow, the numbers. I would love to see it hit 500,000 followers on the main page.
It's so hard because Facebook is.
It is so hard to do. But the only way we can do that is through people sharing it, and the more content we give them, the more they might
Invite
share
people
it.
to our page.
Yes,
Invite
please
your
do.
friends.
Same with Lost Princess Apparel. Invite them to check it out and see what they like.
Yeah, supporting small businesses this holiday season is so important. There's a lot of small businesses are struggling.
Yeah, they are.
And we also need your support. So if you need any Disney outfits, or whatever the case may be, to have people check out Lost Princess Apparel, because we really appreciate that.
And when this comes out at 7 o'clock Eastern tonight, we do have our sales still going from Black Friday and today being Cyber Monday.
Mm-hmm.
The sale is running till 11:59 tonight. So you can get gift cards. You buy a $50 gift card, you get a $25 gift card for free. Everything on the site is half off. Everything is on.
Which
half
is
off.
really crazy because our prices are already low.
Yeah. So you can get leggings for $12.50 a pair right now.
Crazy. Do not go to that Lululemon store.
No, you can buy 10 pair of ours for one of theirs.
Oh my gosh, that's right. You can. That's a
right
really
now.
good point.
Today you can. Tomorrow you can only get 5 because we're going back to full price. But as of tonight, you can do that. So please check out Lost Princess Apparel. Please tell your friends about that. Please tell your friends about the Main Street Mouse, the podcast, the goofiness we do here, and just have fun. That's all it's about. It's just having fun.
We're all about having fun.
All about having fun. So anything else you want to talk about? Or?
I think that's it.
That's it. Well, I just want to mention our sponsors. As you all know, our official travel sponsor of the Main Street Mouse is MEI Mouse Fan Travel. They're just absolutely the best travel group out there that can help you with any vacation plans you need, and they don't charge you a dime.
No.
If you were to go to Disney's website and you were to put in your vacation, and then you call MEI Mouse Fan and the exact same vacation, it's going to be the same price. It doesn't cost you any difference. Here's the difference, though. They're going to take care of all the work for you. If the price change comes out, you don't have to sit on the phone with Disney for 4 hours to get a price adjustment. They're going to do it for you. They're going to help you with your reservations for eating and stuff like that. They're going to help you with every part of your vacation to make sure it's perfect, and it doesn't cost you anything to have them help you there.
Hassle-free.
Hassle-free, perfect for you guys. Click any of our banners on our website, fill out the small form, and one of their travel advisors will get back to you and help you plan the perfect vacation to Disney. Also, our other scooter stroller partner, Kingdom Strollers, if you need anything for your vacation, if you need a stroller, I know they have other things you can rent on their website. They will deliver the item. They will pick up the item at the end of your stay, wherever you're at. If you're at a resort or if you're at a house or wherever you're rented while you're on vacation, they can help you out. To get a hold of them, just go to kingdomstrollers.com and make sure you let them know that you heard about them from the Main Street Mouse, because that helps us letting them know where they're getting the traffic from.
Yeah, exactly.
I have nothing more to say, so I'm going to let Michele close us out this week, and I will talk to you guys from the ship next week.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so, don't forget, next week, Disney Treasure. We will have all the scoop for you. We'll be working super hard to bring you the best coverage that we can for the brand new ship. So make sure you stay tuned to all our socials for that. And, so until we speak again, I hope you have a wonderful, magical, fantastic, amazing week ahead, and we will see you real soon.
Our trip around the Magic Kingdom is almost complete. I can't thank you enough for spending part of your day with me. And I hope you've enjoyed your journey as much as I've appreciated being a part of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please gather your belongings, watch your head and step as you exit, and take small children by the hand.
On behalf of our entire flight crew, thanks for soaring with us.
Now I will raise the safety bar, and a ghost will follow you home.
Some imagination.